Action.
Hi guys, it's me, Boog.
And Dad.
Today we're going to be reviewing the Home Depot Beetlejuice Animatronic.
Absolutely, yes. This, you guys, is coming to you on Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes.
This is going to be our last Halloween review for the season.
Yes, finally.
Yes, as we'll be moving on to Christmas here real shortly, and your regular toy reviews. All that stuff.
Mostly Christmas, probably.
Yes. So anyway, but yeah, this is like Boog said, the 6 foot tall, or actually 6.4 feet tall, animated Beetlejuice from the Home Depot. Now this guy is a little bit different. He is not made by SVI. They actually contracted through Jimmy to make this guy, and that's kind of unusual these days. Jimmy used to be really big into producing the animatronics back in the early 2000s. They were really one of the main and few companies that were actually doing it for residential, use. So, but once SVI kind of come in and Techie Toys, Jimmy kind of went more and more towards the inflatables and kind of dropped out of the animatronic space, or at least they're nowhere near in it as heavy as they used to be. So I thought it was kind of interesting that we got him, like I said, and being made by Jimmy. I'll show you here a couple other things and, some old school things that Jimmy used to do from the early 2000s. All right, so here's one of Jimmy's old classics, the witch here, like I said, and she's probably from around, I don't know, somewhere between 2005, 2010. The older I get, the more slippery my mind gets, and I can't really remember. I just know we've had her a very long time, and as you can see, we still use her in our display. She no longer works. She quit working a long time ago, but she still makes for a great static prop out here with our other witches. So.
And Mom has added balls to the cauldron.
Yeah, and Mom added bulbs to the cauldron. And yeah, she used to be able to add water to that cauldron and it would fog, and she would kind of stir the pot around and say some phrases. So anyway, that's one of them.
And now we're in the Beetlejuice shed of the lost and forgotten.
Yeah, so you can see this guy here. I'm sure what happened to his pants, but this is their old 6 foot tall pirate.
Pants.
Their old Frankenstein is back there. And if we come around here, cut up some of our old Halloween relics I don't really use anymore. There is the 4 foot tall pirate back here. And I need the flashlight for this one.
And Bob.
And yeah, the disco booty shaking skeleton here. So
we've named Bob.
Yeah, just some old stuff I thought I'd share, from Halloween's gone by.
Here is Beetlejuice himself.
But yeah, this is what we're here for. So this is the new for 2024 6 foot animated Beetlejuice from Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy Industries now. But anyway, this guy's not too bad. He's not a home run by no means, but he's not the worst thing I've ever seen either. So I'll kind of get a close up here of the face. It kind of resembles Keaton. It's not vinyl or anything. It is just a hard plastic.
It's Jimmy Industries core.
Yeah, hard plastic. The hair, I would have liked it to have been a little more green, but it's okay. It works. It's more like a faded green. He's got all the, I guess muck from being buried for however long he was buried. Here's a good look at all the hair in the back. And the back side of his suit. It's nice, a little clean. I prefer it so they put all the muck on his face. His suit to be a little dirtier, more dirtied up, because this thing looks like it's straight from the cleaners. But like I said, overall, not too bad. Shoes look pretty nice, just the hard plastic shoes. The stand down there is pretty thick, thicker than I thought it would be, because he doesn't weigh very much. So that part's built pretty well. The arms, you've got the hard plastic hands here. Not a whole lot to write home there. It's a wire that runs up from here to the shoulder with the foam to kind of fill it out. And they just hook in on each side. With that, same thing with the legs. You've just got the 2 metal poles and you've got foam that goes over it to kind of form his legs. And then that hooks into basically the waist pieces, and that's where your control box is attached. Very simple controls. You got on and you got off. And that's pretty much it. On, he's in sensor mode, and off, of course, he's just off. So not a whole lot of options there. And like I said, no animation, eyes don't blink, mouth doesn't blink, nothing like that. Basically, you got one animation. His sensor is here. I'll show you that. And his tie, which is, which works. But yeah, so basically you get one animation with him and about, I think, 8 phrases. So let's go ahead and get him going. Boo, will you plug him in? There you go. And hit his tie there, Boog. Let's hear some Beetlejuice. It's kind of down below.
I lived through the Black Plague and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now what do you think? Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
And I'll just go ahead and let it play all the phrases.
You hate him, right? I hate him myself. What do we got here tonight, kids? Oh boy, you guys are really a couple of spooksters, aren't you? I'm the ghost with the most, babe. It's showtime.
I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah. I think that's where the cycle ends.
Go ahead. Make my millennium.
You ready to do that one?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're getting close, though.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't. I won't do. I lived through the Black Plague and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now what do you think?
All right. So, yes, there you go. That's pretty much what you get with this guy. The other thing I'll mention that is kind of a nice feature is his torso is hard plastic, and it's a complete torso, not the wired frame that you usually get. So, which that is something that Jimmy's kind of known for. They make the full plastic torso with most of their stuff. All right. So, I guess that's time for what me and Boog think about this guy. First off, he was originally retail price of $200.
But Dad was able to struck a deal with our Home Depot's manager to get this and the Frankenstein for 120, or was it?
Well, I basically got him for $60 each.
Yeah.
So yeah, he cost us $60. Yeah, I got him, just a few days before Halloween here. So they'd already marked him down, I think 50%, would get him to 100, and I kind of wheeled and deal with the manager and got him down to 60. For that price, yes, of course, all day long. But that's not kind of what we're here discussing. We're just going to discuss the price they're originally asking for, which is the 200. No, not even close. That's way too much for the little bit that this guy does. Like I said, I like the look of him. I like the size. All that I'm fine with. I love the phrases. They sound like they're recorded straight from the movie, so that's good. I don't mind. I like the head animation. But for $200, I've seen so much more. From SVI, like the Gravedigger. Okay, Frankenstein out there was a little bit more, but they've done the Gravedigger. They've done Dean. They've done.
Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. All those guys were 200 or less, and they had eyes and at least light up eyes and mouth animation. And with this, you get none of that.
You just get spinny
A
head.
hard plastic head that spins. Yes. So very much, but I'm not surprised by Jimmy. Like I said, for a company that really did this a lot back in the early 2000s, when that's kind of where the technology was at, that kind of seems like that's still where they're at. So
They've yet to get to the time.
Right. They're still doing stuff like they did when they first started way back when. Like I said, if you could catch this guy on clearance, $100, that would be my max that I would give for this guy. And like I said, I probably wouldn't even done that. At 60, I felt pretty comfortable, that he's worth $60. I'm not going to cry about him, at that price. But like I said, for the original price they're asking, no way, no how. And I'm sure that's exactly why they have a ton of these left in the stores. When I picked him up, there was at least 5 left on the shelf. So, you know, they're out there if you're interested in one. Best thing I could say is when you go there, of course, right now it's just going to be marked at 50% off. That could change now in a couple of days as soon as we get behind Halloween. They may go 75 and then you're great. But if not, just ask to speak to the manager. Most of them, once you talk to the manager, they will cut you a deal right on the spot because they want these things out of here.
One of the employees was arguing about with Dad about speaking with the manager. And once he made the deal, there was crotch chopping towards him as he left.
Yes, exactly. But I just have to say, like I said, Jimmy, you know, it's time to get with the game. If you're going to do this stuff, do better. You got to step it up. Like I said, SVI is creaming you on this stuff. So you got a long ways to go to get where, you know, you need to be, or get your price in line with what you're offering. One of the two things I would say there. But anyway, all right. I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Happy Halloween. We hope you have an awesome one. Be safe out there trick-or-treating. And we'll see you in November for Christmas reviews and more DC.
Like and subscribe, everyone. And happy Halloween.
Bye-bye.